Look at this guy. Total chaos. This blue jay just cleared the deck like he owns the place. And if you're like most backyard birders, you probably just rolled your eyes. It's easy to label him the neighbourhood bully. But look closer at what just happened. Did you hear that specific high-pitched scream? He wasn't just being loud for the sake of it. He was sounding an alarm that might have just saved every single one of those finches. We usually see a troublemaker, but what we're actually looking at is the self-appointed bodyguard of your backyard.
This is the blue jay. Bold, brash, and impossible to ignore. But did you notice the face? Those intelligent dark eyes aren't just looking for seeds. They are scanning the horizon for threats that you and I haven't even noticed yet. The blue jay belongs to the corvid family, making him a close cousin to the crow and the raven. That means he has a brain-to-body ratio that rivals the great apes. He's a survival specialist. See that bill? It's a pair of heavy-duty pliers built for more than just seeds. It can hammer open acorns, carry multiple peanuts at once, and even defend a nest against a squirrel. And that crest on his head? That's his emotional barometer. When he's excited or aggressive, it's a sharp spike. When he's relaxed or with his family, it flattens down against his head. But the most fascinating thing about this bird isn't his looks. It's the way he has woven himself into the security network of your entire yard.
Here's the crazy part. Researchers have found that yards with resident blue jays actually have measurably lower predation rates. Why? Because blue jays are exceptional hawk detectors. Most hawks, like the Cooper's hawk or the sharp-shinned hawk, rely on the element of surprise to get a meal. If a hawk is spotted, his chances of a successful strike drop to near zero. The blue jay knows this. When he sees a predator, he doesn't whisper, he screams. He wants the hawk to know it has been seen. It's a direct confrontation. I see you, everyone sees you, now your hunt is over. Now watch what happens next. Did you see that? Every other bird in the yard, the chickadees, the nuthatches, the sparrows, they all went completely silent and still the second he screamed. This is what scientists call heterospecific eavesdropping. The rest of the neighbourhood speaks blue jay. They know his call is the most reliable, loudest early warning system in the woods, and they trust him with their lives.
Look at that blue. It's stunning, right? But here is a fact that will stop you cold. There is actually no blue pigment in that bird at all. If you were to take that feather and crush it into a powder, the blue would vanish, and you'd be left with a dull, dark brown dust. No way, right? It's true. Blue is a structural colour. The feathers have microscopic structures that act like tiny prisms, scattering light in a way that only reflects the blue wavelengths back to our eyes. If the sun goes behind a cloud, you'll notice the jay looks a bit more muted. That's because he's literally playing with the physics of light to create that colour. This isn't just for beauty. In the dappled light of a forest, that specific shade of blue acts as a form of disruptive coloration, helping him disappear into the shadows when he actually wants to be quiet. Did you notice he didn't eat that? He's caching it. Now, we know chickadees hide thousands of seeds, but blue jays are the heavy hitters of the caching world. They have an extraordinary spatial memory that allows them to remember exactly where they buried thousands of individual nuts and seeds. But here's the genius part. They often bury more than they can ever eat. By hiding acorns and beech nuts in the ground, and then occasionally forgetting where a few are, blue jays are actually responsible for planting entire forests. They are the reason many oak trees are able to migrate and spread across the continent.
When he buries a peanut in your flower pot, he's not just storing a snack, he's essentially signing a deed to your property. In his mind, your yard is now a high-value node in his territory, and he has a vested interest in keeping it safe. The master mimic. Did you hear that? That wasn't a hawk. It was the jay. Blue jays are world-class mimics. They can imitate hawks so perfectly that they even fool other birds. Why would they do this? Scientists think they use it for tactical deception. If a feeder is too crowded, a jay might fly in and give a hawk scream. The other birds flee in a panic, and the jay gets the whole feeder to himself. It's a bit sneaky, but it's a brilliant display of that high-level corvid intelligence. No way! Fact 2. The mystery of anting. Look at this. It looks messy and weird, but this behaviour is called anting. While we don't fully understand it yet, many researchers believe the birds rub live ants on their feathers to use the formic acid the ants produce as a natural pesticide to kill feather lice and parasites. It's essentially a chemical spa treatment using the local wildlife. It just goes to show that every time you see a bird doing something strange, there's usually a very smart, calculated reason behind it. So, the next time a blue jay screams in your yard, don't just think noise. Listen to what he's telling the neighbourhood. He's a security guard, a forest architect, and a master of physics, all wrapped up in a brash blue tuxedo. Building a relationship with these birds starts with understanding the roles they play. When they stop seeing you as a predator and start seeing you as a predictable, safe feature of their territory, that's when the real magic happens. What birds are you seeing at your feeder right now? Do you have a blue jay that seems to be the boss of your backyard? Or have you ever heard one mimic a hawk? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing your stories. And if you want to know why this little guy is the only bird that can climb down a tree head first without falling off, you definitely won't want to miss our next video. Thanks for watching Feather Files. I'll see you in the next one.